Let's go over the original Luke Skywalker in Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, the Luke that we received in the final cut of the movie is what director Rian Johnson describes as a broken warrior in front of newcomer Rey, portrayed by Daisy Ridley on the planet Ahch-To. Now, before the script was ever completed, there were a couple of minor differences when it comes to the character in terms of appearance, lifestyle, and even his personality. So, looking at all of this when it comes to appearance, it wasn't all that different. In fact, it was very minor. Luke Skywalker was supposed to sport that red kyber crystal necklace throughout a majority of the film, which we honestly got a little glimpse of it in the very beginning of this movie, hanging inside of his hut on Ahch-To by the first Jedi Temple. Now, this thing is ancient. It once belonged to a Jedi Crusader, and in Legends, the Jedi Crusaders, Darth Revan was a part of. So I think that is, in and on itself a hint to making that character canon within Disney. Now, moving forward, Luke had an upbeat personality, always believing there is a good answer to everything, and originally Luke was to be all by himself, without caretakers, thalassirans, and even porgs. He was to live on the mainland, taking a boat back and forth to the island, as opposed to living in a hut by the first Jedi Temple. And finally, Luke stayed connected with the Force, and would communicate with Leia, and felt the tragedies. Now, I want to really look at the last part. Now, the fact that originally Luke Skywalker was supposed to still stay connected with the Force on this island, he would have felt the tragedies. He would have been communicating with Leia all the more so than what we saw in The Last Jedi. Now, that was ultimately scrapped, I would assume, because Rian Johnson looked back at The Force Awakens. He looked at the book Bloodline, which, by the way, Claudia Gray reached out to Rian Johnson about all of this, and they discussed everything during the process of production for The Last Jedi. And in that novel Bloodline, Leia does in fact try to reach out to Luke and Ben, but is unsuccessful. So, looking at all of this, I guess that didn't work in the final cut of the movie by having Luke Skywalker, essentially being able to communicate with Leia. And how could you do that? I guess in Ryan's mind, it was to shut him off from the Force, and hence he wouldn't have felt those tragedies, he wouldn't have felt Han Solo's death, or even that confrontation between both Kylo Ren and Han on Starkiller Base. But overall, guys, let me know what you think about Luke Skywalker in the final cut and in the original script before it was finalized. Which Luke would you have preferred to have seen on the big screen? The original or the one that we received? Honestly, I think that Luke having a more upbeat personality would have been more happier for me, I guess I could say. I guess that I did enjoy the bitter personality for a while. I just wish that it wasn't too stretched out through practically start to finish of the movie. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them once again.